I want to welcome Brendon to Nico Knows Best podcast slash conversation slash interview slash whatever the I want it to be. I am very glad to have you.
I'm
Uh,
so glad to be
I'm glad that you
here.
be.
These are fun. I was like watching a whole bunch of them last night. They're so cool.
Yeah, I just do random shit. Like, I just like to have fun conversations about people that work in fashion in any type of way. If it's aspiring models, fashion designers, anything stylists as well. And you're probably the first, I think, yeah, you are the first stylist I have here. So I'm really glad that you really came through. So tell the people about yourself.
I'm Brendon Alexander. I'm a wardrobe stylist, creative director extraordinaire. Um, I have a lot of things that I'm like working on becoming, but right now celebrity and editorial wardrobe stylist. I've been doing this since I've been like 18, so I'm like
How old are you now?
30.
30. Okay. I've known
30,
you for a
30.
while.
Mm-hmm.
It's been since I
You've
lived in New York.
watched it for a really long time. Like the unstable parts, the good parts, the now I'm grown, you know?
I
I'm
like that.
grown. Things are like okay. I like took a whole entire situation last year where I was just like, okay, let me refocus myself before like I'm trapped in this job. And like, is this something that I really actually want to do for the rest of my life? Cause it was fun first. I was in fashion college, so I had to like
Fashion college.
yeah, so I was doing design first, and then I started interning at W, and I was like interning underneath Edward Innerfold. So I saw that, and I was just like, oh, I could be a stylist. I don't gotta do all this extra make clothes and like have $100,000 to start a brand. I was like, stylist. It was not easier. Be a designer if you can.
Designing is easier than
I mean,
it
you are
doesn't sound
focused.
easy.
You're focused on one thing. I I honestly feel like being a stylist is like it's a reputational job.
Yes,
So
it
you
is.
get jobs based off of like who you are, what
Where
you
you
do,
are,
what
who
you're
you
connecting
know.
with, and then like also your standing is who you are, what you do, what you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like a little bit harder. The politics are like so much harder, and people don't get with stylists what the hard part is. Nobody understands is that we speak to like 40 people at a time per shoot.
Yeah.
We're speaking to, we send 100 emails, we get 20 responses, so we're dealing with 20 people, and
Wow.
then we have to deal with the team, and then we have to deal with the client, whatever that
Okay.
team is. So it's like 50 people at one time. Not everybody's always going to be happy all the time,
No,
you know?
yeah, and I know there's a lot of people and egos.
Egos, and especially if you're a stylist with an ego, it's like the slightest thing can make you be a diva.
No, trust me. I know that you a diva,
Mhm.
huh?
I'm not a diva. Even though, like, one time I was like,
Even
no,
though
even
one
though
time,
one time, I really didn't want to do a shoot, and my agent really made me want to made me do it. And I was like, I'm supposed to be going to brunch. She was like, we'll have mimosas and brunch for you on set. And then it became a part of me shooting on Sundays.
oh, but that's cute though. It worked out in your favor. That
Yeah.
worked out in your favor.
Mhm.
So I never been a fashion stylist at your level. I did like when I first started before I even became an agent. I was a stylist. I used to style like test shoots and stuff. I used to go like to the SAGs and the stuff because I didn't. Atlanta is lame as to be a stylist. Like when you, especially if you're
It's
new.
gotten better now.
It's
There's
gotten
like,
better now.
yeah.
Yes, it has gotten definitely
Saks has
better.
studio service now.
They have all of
They
that.
have like 4 good showrooms, but it's all rental based. It's not
rental
like
based.
designer based.
Yes.
And then like, but that's what I do in New York. Like, I'm always gonna be like one of my biggest inspirations is like Patty Wilson, where she goes and she pulls from the top of the top and then discovers somebody new. You know, like I have a folder for like independent designers, and then like you can just go to Vogue.com and like depending on your project, you
Yeah.
can pull or not. Yeah.
So for me, it's like styling in Atlanta was a lot easier because you had a car. Like you could just go to each store, throw that shit in the trunk, and you keep going. In New York, unless you got money to be Ubering yourself to each store, you carry around a
Three
suitcase.
assistants.
You're
Three
a three assistant,
assistants.
a suitcase, and I'm like, oh no. Ever since then, I just
LA too. LA too is 3
Oh.
assistants because of the traffic, and you're
Oh.
not going to get to every area on time. The most amount of pickups if you're doing downtown designers and you're doing like West Hollywood where most of the showrooms are, or you're doing like Hollywood and then sprinkled in, and then a lot of people live in the valley. Like it's not feasible. You're not getting to all
Yeah,
those places.
I'm not about to be a stylist.
Yeah.
You know what? That's why I put my stylist card down. I do a little bit of styling, but to that level, I'm just like, I can't. I'm not good at. I don't even like being in cars. Honestly, I hate being in a car. I get car sick.
Customs. When you have a good relationship with your client and you guys can agree on a custom and you can find somebody to do it well, they are the easiest option. It may cost a little bit more, but it's the best option for you to be able to get your vision across and like get the idea across, especially if it's one look. It makes no sense to like go to 20 designers to get,
And then only one of the dresses or suits they like.
mm-hmm.
And then do you take it out
But then it's
immediately, or
also
you keep it just in
scary.
case?
It's also very scary because depending on the type of client that you have, the day of, they're like, I actually don't like this. So you still have to you'll cut it in half. Instead of doing 20 pulls, like do 10 and the custom.
Oh no. You know what, Nico? I lack patience. I lack patience.
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh,
what about you?
Baby, I'm a Pisces.
Oh, okay.
I get you.
I have no patience at all. Like I'm like this dress. That's the only reason I could not do celebrities, because you put on anything I told you to put on. Like I don't have time for it at all, and I know that's not how that works.
It's about image and branding.
I know.
And then it's about vision across. That's what I say. It's like it's a very political job, and
Yes,
you
of
got to
course.
be a finesser. Every stylist is a little because we have to think about everything from everybody else's perspective. That's why, being a Pisces, I usually like internalize everybody else's thoughts and I think for them, even though I'm wrong sometimes. But it works out in my favor because I'm like, she really said she didn't like green, but these green shoes work the best.
Yes, yeah.
And now I gotta finesse her into
Two
green
black
shoes. And then because it works with the look and it's my vision. But also you gotta have those backup options. It's just like options.
No, see, that's why when you work with models, they have no choice, and I love it. What if I pull that you wearing?
Certain models. Because
Which
we know
one?
certain girls that are just like, I've worked with certain girls that's like, no. And they're like...
You're not telling me no.
But the thing about it is, and then you have to think about the girls who have the L'Oreal contracts or exclusively Louis Vuitton or like,
I got time for it.
You see?
This
Those
is the dress.
girls.
Oh, you can't wear it? Oh, no, you putting this on.
Kind of.
I mean, you a man.
But they have to fulfill their contracts.
I know. I mean, that would be the only excuse I'd take. But if it's just like, oh, no, put it on. Yeah, put it on. The boys, put this on. I mean, as long as it ain't nothing
But
crazy.
if it's versus, but sometimes even with that,
Yeah.
high-end models it's so many politics because like you're shooting for a Vogue, you have to shoot the advertisers, you
Yeah.
have to fulfill the advertisers, but then also they have a model on the cover,
yeah.
and then it's LVMH versus Kern,
Yeah.
and they're like exclusively
Try
signed to
what you call it.
LVMH.
But that's
And-
their agent's fault, because their agent shouldn't even book them for that.
I mean, no, the coin.
Yeah, no,
The
because
coin.
if my model has a contract with Saint Laurent, there's no way I'm gonna let them do a Celine editorial. Like when I see that it has Celine in it, I'm like, she can't do that. Like she can do anything smaller, but if it's Gucci or Celine, since she has a Saint Laurent contract, she cannot do that. So I wouldn't even submit a girl that didn't get that. Oh, I'm not supposed to wear this. Then she shouldn't have been there. Like so that's most time the agent just trying to get that coin, knowing that girl has contracts that she can't wear half of the shit she got.
Exactly.
So-
And that's the problem with being a stylist, because a certain amount of times you're on set and you don't know until the last minute.
Last minute.
You don't know till the last minute. And you're just standing there like, ooh. But that's like one of my powers is like being a finesser and being like, I can make a bed sheet into a couture gown. So
Can we talk about that? This recent editorial magazine shoot that you did, the styling was so beautiful.
Thank you.
The shots were so beautiful. Every single one of them was so beautiful. I really do love them.
Shout out
if
to
you guys,
Petros.
shout out, please go to his page and definitely check them out. They are so amazing. You should definitely check them out. So how much work did that take?
So with that was like a smaller publication, and I saw smaller designers, like very like unknown, like first season. Like that's my thing. I like to do that. I don't like a lot of pressure. I don't like fighting with Balenciaga and being like, oh my God, you're gonna be exclusively shot 3 times. Like I can't do the politics sometimes. So like if I see good I'm going to like pull it, and I'm going to make sure that it's represented in the way that it needs to be represented. So I want to be able to always like express my creative freedom while getting the idea across. And then like even with that shoot, there's a couple of more coming like that. I'm layering things, my content and sections. So that's like my futurism thing that I have going on.
I like it.
I have like 4 powers, and I like.
Okay, 4 powers.
Yeah, like as a stylist, like as a creative, you know what you're good at.
Okay, let me hear 4.
So,
give them to me.
Okay. Oh, you don't give away my sauce.
Oh, that's what you came here for.
So my futurism aesthetic.
Okay.
And then crafted by Brendon. Bimbo core, don't steal that. Like cool girl, and then I have like a very like classy woman that lives inside of me.
Okay, you got a classy woman.
Yeah,
what does she look
rich.
like?
She's very.
What does she look like though?
Who is she?
She's
very like Todd's. She's like, you know. She has vintage Bottega.
Okay.
Not like, you know,
Does she live in the Hamptons or?
Yeah, very much that girl. I can do that. Oh, and then maybe a 5th aesthetic, romanticism.
Okay,
like
what does that look
romanticism.
like?
Romanticism
It's like
is
drapey.
Very drapey, tulle, like big silhouettes, like pretty colors. Yeah.
Okay. Are any of these girls?
Bimbo core a little bit. She might have an OnlyFans. But you know, like it's very representative of our generation. Just like, you know, I'm like one of the original Bushwick girls. So like Bimbo core, that's Bushwick, yeah. I'm from Brooklyn, but like I was in Bushwick in like 2012.
I live in Bushwick too, and I claim Bushwick, so.
But like I was in Bushwick in like 2012. You know.
Okay, you've been there longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
whatever.
I live uptown now. So
you live uptown, okay.
And, you know, I had to. I'm grown now. But you know, like the looks that the girls give, like I was there for the development of it. So like Bimbo core, like. I've honed in on that aesthetic.
Okay.
Because it was just like, that's how the girls was dressing when I came up, so, you know.
Okay, Bimbo core. Okay, she might be on the bar dancing, you know, pull around her breast.
Very Coyote Ugly. Very Coyote Ugly.
I was thinking about Coyote
Ugly.
Very
Y2K.
Okay, that sounds like I like that. So you just gave all your powers away. Thank you so much. I will snatch them up and make them my own. I'll make them my own. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. So what do you have like set for 2024 so far? You know, it's still early. It's only like January.
It's still because I sat down for a little while and I really actually thought about what I want to do. I'm like going to use the styling to branch into other things. I want to be mogul. I want to do stuff. I want to do other things. Like styling is not limited. But it actually gives you the opportunity to do things.
Yes.
And it's not a limitation put on it. I want to be able to branch off into other segments of entertainment, art, you know. So I'm planning a gallery, might be during Fashion Week, of like, because I wasn't really sitting down. I just wasn't posting.
Okay, so you was
I have like 16 things in the arsenal. But I want to curate a gallery, and by the time this come out, like the gallery will be announced. So, like,
am I invited?
Yeah, of course, all the girls will be there. I'm a good invite. You know, when you're with Brendon, you're gonna have a good time.
I want to come. Okay, I do sound like a good time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna curate a gallery of my newest works. I have a content calendar. There's like 60.
You got a lot. You way more organized than I could ever be. I'm not that organized.
It's not organization. It just like. I was just sitting there like, oh, you're not posting anything.
You have a whole PDF of what week, what you gonna do something, like what month.
Yeah, a content calendar.
Like, I don't,
shout
what
out
is
to my
that?
agent for that. Because she was just
shout out to her.
She was just like, okay, so you're just not gonna post. I was like, no.
You're like, you need to do something. Like, I'm very like spontaneous. If I try to remember everything. If I can't remember something.
No, I listed it. I was like, we got like 15 shoots that haven't come out yet. She's like,
oh, okay.
Oh. And I was like, we should do something with that. So it might be a little coffee table book or like a little art curator.
Any traveling coming up?
Yeah, so I'm supposed to be going to Men's Fashion Week in Paris. We'll see. That's up in the air. There's two
Enjoy the
clients
cold.
potentially, and then I'm going to Colombia for my birthday,
Colombia.
and then I'm going to Brazil by myself because you know they put that.
Everybody
whole-
going to Brazil.
But you know that
Everybody.
after January 10th, that you have to have $2,000 in your bank account, and
Someone said that's not what that meant. And
no, it's $2,000 in your bank account. You have to have a return flight,
Man,
and
that's
then
obvious,
you
yeah.
have to pay $89 for the visa. They're pulling the reverse Uno.
They don't want y'all in your country that easy.
No, they're
but
pulling
all
the
of y'all,
reverse Uno in America.
I mean, I get it. I would too. No shade.
And
I
then
would
you
do
know
it
the
too.
whole BRICS thing. Well, this
But
is
y'all,
a fashion
everyone's going to Brazil. Like every time I get on Instagram, it's like 7 posting that they're in Brazil. I'm like, damn, I've never been
Well,
to
the girls
Brazil.
gonna go before.
Why do you think they don't got $2,000 in their account? Is that what you're implying?
That's not what I'm implying.
What other reason can they not go? If they get their visa, which is $89, and the return flight was something I feel like you should have when you go anywhere, what other reason would they not be able to go?
No, I'm a spontaneous person. I don't usually have return flights. I don't. I'm like, I go home when I want to go home.
Not you in other people's country. Get the out. I need you.
And then also there's like this mirroring website where, ooh girl, am I gonna get in trouble if I say that? There's a mirroring website where you could just like create a return pass and then just show it to them at the airport. It's so like.
Oh yeah, no, people do that. Agents do that all the time to get. It's something we need to do that sometimes, like to get passport expedited.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do that. People do that all the time.
Oh no, yeah, I've done that. 2 days before Dubai.
You need a real return
2 days
flight.
before Dubai, I lost my passport and then had to get fly
right.
to LA and go get a passport. And then like I didn't let the client know, I didn't let nobody know. I was just like, okay, whatever. I was just like, but I got it.
It's like a return flight is necessary.
It is because
like, we don't know when you want to leave. You can always just change it. Like you buy, like I plan on leaving on Tuesday, but you just like move
insurance on my flights. That's the crazy
Me
part.
neither. I don't put that flights either. I can look at them like it's only $19. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna miss
and
it.
then end up regretting it.
Yep. Oh, I've only regretted it once though. It was only once I actually missed my flight or something. I'm like, but I always got on the next flight for free. So it's like I finesse.
Yeah, when you gotta go a good air flight.
Yes.
What was I flying one time? I think a JetBlue played in my face when I was going to DR last Christmas. And they were like, oh no, you gotta buy a new flight. I was like, a new flight?
Oh, JetBlue is like Spirit these days. So you might as well, like, yeah, you can't trust them. So you need to put insurance on your flight if you think you'll get COVID or anything.
That was not. Oh no. Oh. See, I'm just like.
Oh, look, you got. You know what? I want to go. Since everybody's going to Brazil, I'm like, maybe I should go to Brazil.
Yeah, cause like I was gonna do solo Brazil, cause I was gonna pressure my friend. It's an expensive flight, but it'll be cheaper from
How much
Bogota.
is it?
It's like maybe $1,000 round trip.
Oh, really?
$1,000 round trip, but it's like $300 to go to Colombia, and then like $80 to
Okay,
go to
that sounds
Brazil
easy.
from
I didn't know
Colombia.
going to Brazil was that expensive because I have a friend that's very cheap. So I just thought it was like $300 or something to go to Brazil.
But I have a flight concierge. I'll hook you up. I do. He's a dope guy. He does like luxury car rentals and like.
But I want to go to Brazil with people. I don't want to go by myself.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're there by yourself? I'm not social.
I'm social. You're a Cancer. You should be social.
I'm not talking to no strangers, babes. I'm like, no, I got to go with someone. At least
No,
one
you're
person.
pretty and you're friendly. So like,
I'm not friendly at all.
Brazilians are friendly as fuck.
The
I do have the rest in bitches.
So I don't know if I would go by myself. I need to go with somebody because what am I'm gonna get into trouble?
That's the point. Of
No,
it.
no.
I'm very
Absolutely
like
not.
spontaneous. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just glad that like I have a gift of my personality translating.
Right.
Like in different languages, everybody like feels my energy. Like they understand. Like I have that. I feel like it's a gift because like I've been to like 7 different countries and they get me. They're like, oh, okay. You're fun. You're
You have that energy. You do have that. You have that very fun energy. Like you like this guy's gonna be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't have that. You know what I mean? I am a good time, but you have to warm up. I have to warm up to you. F that. I have to warm up to you just as much as you'll warm up to me. But you know, if I go to another country, I'm not gonna be no stick in the mud. I'm definitely gonna try to have fun. But I just want to go get a tan. I don't want to be there for any other reason.
No, I want to experience the culture. I want to experience the culture, and I want to be able to, like, have a good sense of like where I went.
Okay.
You know?
So if you have any last final words, what would you let the people know about you?
Brendon Alexander, 2024. There's stuff. You're gonna be like, yeah, you have to buy it too. It's gonna like, it's a stuff. Like, you're gonna be buying stuff all year.
Buy
for Brendon.
stuff. I
It's
like that.
stuff.
It's stuff.
There's
So
stuff.
thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you being the second person that to come to my podcast for this year in 2024 because we were on break. So I'm so glad you managed to come. And I was so glad to have you since I haven't seen you. I feel like in like 5 to 6 years.
No, since before the pandemic.
Be great. I'm looking forward to seeing all the stuff that you post from your chart, and I hope that we stay in contact as well. So thank you so much.
Definitely. Let me know if you want to come to Brazil.
Okay, thank you. Bye, you guys.
Bye.